Hey guys, this is Red and Blue, the channel on YouTube for all things PSG, and today we are joined by my friend Anto from Juve, the old lady. Great YouTube page on Juventus, and I brought him on because I've got like a very simple question for him. You want Kolo Muani? Where is the money, man?
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm asking you the same question. Why you're not selling us? It's
Did you
is the,
did
the
you
the
think?
player is happy. He's happy to live in Turin. He likes to play football instead of sitting on the bench.
I think.
Why
Did
you're
you think? Did
so
you think
bad?
PSG was like Salvation Army and we just like give you the player for free for forever?
Come on, guys. You have so many players. Poor Kolo Muani. Look at his face when he came to
We
Turin.
don't actually.
Was so sad. Was almost crying. He came back and he started playing football. And you can see he's smiling again. He's eating. He's happy. He's scoring a goal. He scored, I think, 5 goals in the first three games. It was unbelievable. He
Mhm.
felt happy. So we pay for the
So
loan. I think 10 million, if I'm not mistaken. So give us
yeah.
another year. Come on, it's a capital
we're
you're
not we're
investing.
not we're not opposed to it, like what's being said in French media is that the two clubs are discussing a loan with an option to buy that PSG wants to be automatic at the end of the loan, which I think after a year and a half in loan is about fair. And I think like what I heard is that the place where the negotiations are getting difficult is that PSG want for that money coming from the buying of the player to be partly at the beginning of the loan. When
Yeah,
Juventus wants to take the loan, wants to take the player for one more year, and maybe we'll pay him in a year. We'll see what goes on, and like and you guys do mercato at
that's
the
the
same time
Agnelli
and give 30
style.
million to Porto. What's going on?
That's the Agnelli style. Yeah, you give me the player, I'll pay you later. Don't worry,
Yeah,
I'll pay eventually. I will pay. No, what I'm reading in the Italian newspaper is that Comoli has a very, very good relationship with PSG, and there are conversation going on. They are extending the loan, and the only downside, the agreement is on the payment. Juventus would like to have another year of loan, and after that decide the price at the end of the loan. While PSG wants, I don't know how to say in English, but they want a fixed price tag. So
yeah,
at the end of the year, they will be paid. I don't think there's a big gap from that point of view, but the payment issue is when we will pay the player is the problem. If you
mm,
see what's happened with Conceição, we actually paid a little bit more, but in 4 years. So we pay
yeah,
7.5 million a year. And that's because we don't have money, man. We really
yeah.
don't have money. We are struggling with money. We pay 50 million, David, and it's like, whoa, what a big investment.
you
It's
you
not
guys have to be careful. It's a competitive market now. Like Ekitike goes to Liverpool for 90 million euros. I'm
oh my
sorry, but I
God.
don't see I don't see Kolo Muani as being a worse player than Ekitike. And we're starting to
No.
get interest from English club as well.
My English club is happy to buy everyone. Like
Yeah,
they bought Chiesa, and
yeah.
to the guys, watch my video about Chiesa. They bought Chiesa last year, and with due
But
respect
who?
to the player, uh, he was half broken, and I bought for
Yeah.
I think 14 or 15 millions. So they pay me a lot
Yeah,
of
see, this
money.
is this is what
That's
PSG fans are saying. This is what Italians do. Like when PSG wants to buy a player, we have to spend Napoli last summer. We wanted to get Vara. They said like they'll sell it to us for 140 million euros. And then like we want to
under
sell you a
40,
player. All of
70,
a
no?
sudden we'll do a loan and we'll like do it next year. And we'll pay very little money like, year after year.
Okay, you want to compare Qatari economy versus Italian economy. Come on, if Italian economy would have been flourished, we would have been back
I
home.
don't
So
I
I'm
don't
not, I'm
compare
not
Qatari with
working on a
Italian.
mag.
I'm comparing Italian with English because that's where the player is gonna go in the end. If you want him, you have to get moving.
From the English system is much better set up than Italian system. I think Juventus and another team are the only two. Juventus, Udinese, and Sassuolo are the only three teams that own the stadium, which
Yeah.
means they build a sustainable business outside it.
Mhm.
But if you have people like Paratici or like Giuntoli, they pay a lot of money. Look what Paratici did with, actually, no, it was Arriva Bene, did with
Mm.
Vlahovic. He gave a 6 million bonus, loyalty bonus. Man, I wish if you stay longer in a place that will pay us a bonus.
Exactly.
No, so all
Where is
this
our money
money,
for Kolo Muani, guys? Like, there is money. See, you're giving bonuses.
please give
It's a
him.
party.
No, please. Okay, let's talk in serious. So Kolo Muani is a happy man now. You can see he's smiling. He's playing well. He's an asset for the French team. He's an asset for all France. And you need to be nationalistic. Put your hand on your heart and give us Kolo Muani back. Come on.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Juventus needs to open the wallet, and Elkam needs to put money in his pocket. He has a short hand,
Mm.
short arms. Elkam. He doesn't want to pay much. He needs to put some money and maybe agreed on a price tag that would be. They will might pay a little bit more, about 45 millions,
Mm.
but they will do a tranches of payments, so everyone is
Yeah.
happy. You get the money, we'll get the money. But yeah, I mean, it's an amazing player between
I
him
think,
and David.
yeah.
Sorry, you
I
were saying
think for
something.
me, we'll have to see because I think at the beginning of the window, you guys had a chance. We've been talking with Juventus for a long, long time. Now the latest that we heard is that English teams are starting to get interested, and I think in England, like the way the mercato is going for Liverpool in particular is stressing a lot of team in doing more business than they wanted, and so for us, like, if a Newcastle comes in, if a Man United comes in, if a Tottenham comes in, if a Chelsea comes in, and the four of them, there's been stories about them being interested in Kolo Muani. Not necessarily as their first choice, but all of them are looking at him. And so yeah, like we've been good. Like, we know that we loaned him to you, and you guys did well in getting him game time and giving him back the fitness and so on. But at the same time, like, if English team come in and they're ready to put 60 million on the
Show me
table,
the money.
we're not gonna give him to you for 40 over 10 years. Like, it's business.
I know, I understand, and I think Italian press said that Comolli was talking to PSG, but because
Yeah.
PSG was busy with the World Cup, was not really listening, were not responding, and now there is they clear David because they need to replace Vlahovic. They clear Conceição. They decide to acquire Costa
Mm.
instead. Sorry, they sell Costa and acquire the other Portuguese. So it's sorted, and now they're focused on Kolo Muani. So that's what I read in these 2 days. So
What
yeah,
what I
please
don't
keep him.
understand though, what I don't understand though, and like, help me understand from your perspective, but the way the mercato typically goes for football team, you start with the biggest players that you need to sign, and then like fill in the gap progressively, right? Because you want like the bulk of your budget being available for the most important thing to bring up. And so I think, like, we see you guys bring Conceição on board permanently. We see you guys bring Jonathan David, even if it's on a free transfer. And it doesn't feel like Kolo Muani is a big priority for you guys. And at the same time, it does feel like, there's money, or at least there's ways of doing business together that don't seem to be offered for Kolo Muani. And so that's
No, I
that's
think
also where, like, for us, there's a lot of question marks.
No, I think it's a bit different. So what they did, they thought Kolo Muani was just a money negotiation. So I wouldn't say they deprioritize it, but they thought they had already the bank. The agreement was strong, so they focused on situations that were very unstable. And Conceição, David was something that started with Giuntoli last January after they
Mm.
acquired Kolo Muani. So the plan was to have David Kolo Muani and get Vlahovic out. And Conceição, the buyback was expiring the 15th of July, so they had a bit of pressure. We're going out to 45 million. Well, Kolo Muani was just okay. Are we keeping? So both the team wanted to keep him. So what they keep the same situation. The only thing was a negotiation about payment. So
Yeah.
Comolli was very much confident that potentially a solution will be found. What you say is change for Juventus. So Juventus at the beginning had, let's say, 150 million, 200 million, and was spending half of the budget for the biggest striker. And that's the conversation on Osimhen was happening. They decide to change the strategy because they have so much to buy, so much to clean up. So they don't want to spend a big money for one player, but they want to use the budget. This year is very small, 120. It's not the big budget. and to buy different players because they have so much to build. They want to keep the guys that have been very good. Sorry, they have three parameters when they keep a player. First, they've performed well. Second, they've worn the Juventus jersey with dignity, and Kolo Muani has been. And third, they can be part of the Juventus future. So that's why Kolo Muani is one of the potential players that actually meet all the three parameters. And it's the conversation between Kolo Muani and PSG.
Okay, but then, like, you know, if money is such an issue, we can just take like this young Turkish player that you've got. Like, we'll take that one off your hands and use that to make a deal on Kolo Muani.
No, it's the jersey number 10. You can't touch him. Now they are raising his salary from 1.2 to 3.2 millions. This is the new. That's the new face. It's new Del Piero for Juventus. I don't think it will
pocket money
stay.
for us. It's the salary of a substitute in Paris.
Oh my God! You don't need it. You burn this player. See, that's thinking that way. You guys have so many world-class players, even sitting on the bench, that you don't need Ildiz. You don't need Conceição. I know you were talking about Conceição. Eventually, you want to buy him. I said, I 35 million, 45 million.
I mean, he just signed for you guys, so that boat sailed, I guess. But yeah, he could have been an option for us, I guess. I think for us, like, it's actually like it's very difficult because if you look at PSG, we went through this season with a very, very small squad ultimately. And you're right, we do have a lot of world-class players.
Yes.
But the size of the squad, we're not Chelsea. We're not like, you know, we've got a
45 players. Chelsea,
for
ridiculous.
us, we've got a group of like basically 17 experienced players plus a few youngsters, and that's how we've been through the season. And so right now, like going into next season, there's actually a lot of PSG fans who say like we do need to bring in more people. And I think like beyond the money question, when it comes to Kolo Muani, it's also the fact that we made a big investment on him. We know we're going to lose money on him, and that's fine. We've made our peace with that. But you know, he's still a very good player by all accounts. He's still a big part of the French team. He's still a player that came into Juventus and scored, I think, like 12 goals in half a season.
Yes.
So you know, he's not no one. And yeah, like I said, like you see the market going crazy in England and in other places. And players like Ekitike going in for 90 million, player like Madueke going from Chelsea to Arsenal for like nearly 60 million. Honestly, like if you ask me to pick between a Kolo Muani and a Madueke right now, all due respect, like I honestly, like I wouldn't be able to say which one is better than the other. So there's no real reason for us to you know just wait and negotiate, especially if there's starting to be interest in other places.
No, I think the player is putting pressure on PSG because he wants to stay in Turin.
I don't think so.
And I think I know that according to Italian media, PSG called him for the preseason training. So that's
he's starting today in PSG campus.
So did he go? Because there was no news about him going to Paris. No, they have an extra couple of days, I think, because of the World Cup or the extra.
No. He's starting. He's supposed to be back in training today.
Yeah, we start tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Today is just the medical checkup for everyone, just quick medical checkup. So yeah, I mean, I can tell you, unfortunately, it's not my money. If I had the amount of money, I would have solved this problem a long time ago. But I, in my opinion, I mean, it's what some are hoping behind the scenes that the agreement will find out. Today, I read that they found out an agreement with Vlahovic, so they will give 10 million to Vlahovic to leave Juventus, and so we need another strike. And now they agreed with Vlahovic what to do. Elkan will put an extra cash, and they will buy Kolo Muani. So just keep him warm for another couple of days, and we'll do the bank transfer to PSG.
I mean, it's actually like going to be in your best interest as well, because He's back in training in Paris, but obviously the rest of the Paris squad is not in training for another couple of weeks because we went all the way to the final of the Club World Cup.
Yes, that's what I thought.
So the rest of our squad, even Luis Enrique and the coaches, like they're back on 4th of August. So right now he's going to be training with youngster in Paris. There's no friendly games planned. So if you want him to be match fit for the beginning of the season, you need to get him sooner rather than later.
Yeah, but I think something will move. I mean, today the newspaper were talking about the Portuguese exchange and the reason why that's been created, has been made. So just give it a couple of days, and I think the situation will be clear. Sancho, the wing from Manchester United, is drifting away. I don't know why.
Well, that's a blessing for you guys.
I don't remember him playing, but I wasn't impressed with the Manchester United squad, so it didn't impress me. I think
I don't think
Sancho
anyone in the world outside of Man United fans is impressed with the Man United team, but
I mean, historically, all the English players, they haven't done well in Juventus for a number of reasons. The different way, I mean, even the guy that were very good in England, when it came to Juventus, there was a flop. I mean, David Luiz is the last one, and he was the one, the best midfield in Aston Villa, and now it's been a completely flop in Juventus. Yeah. But I think just given this weekend, I think they will be sorted. I hope so. I mean, like me making the decision, but it's a top priority. The other one that I wanted from Olympique Marseille, the other one is that the conversation are going on is Balerti from Olympique Marseille. That's a conversation that is stalled again because they need to find out the agreement between Wea and OM. They're selling Wea to OM. So I think things are moving. I mean, to do this with due respect to our Comolli, your compatriot, he's done a lot of things as soon as he came on board. He had a lot to clean up, a lot of stuff that were done not well. So slowly, give him time. Give him time, the money will come. Don't worry.
It's mercato season. There's only so much time, my friend. Like, no one is waiting.
No, just give us the time. Juventus will add something, will do something. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, ultimately, like for Kolo Muani, it's going to be first come, first serve. Just going back to what you were saying about him putting pressure on PSG, from what I've seen on on French media, he did say that like he would like to remain in Juventus because he had a good time there. But he's a very, very polite and loyal player. PSG is actually like the team that he supported when he was a kid and so on. And so like which doesn't really matter that much, but like even when he was benched and Luis Enrique wasn't playing him before he went on loan, he never said anything in the media. He was always like in training, very polite, very professional. So like I really do not see him being the kind of player who would like not show up in training or declare against the club or anything. We'll see, obviously, and I think for him, like I've got to be honest, like I'm not a fan of Juventus, but if I'm a football player today and I get a phone call for Juventus or a phone call from Newcastle or Tottenham or like even like this level of English team, I think it might be more interesting for him to go English. So that's also where you guys have to be mindful.
No, that's fair. I mean, two things. First, is a polite player. Yes, he really respect and advocate the values of Juventus. That's why we really put a lot of effort on him. Regarding play for Juventus now has become a stepping stone. A step where you arrive, establish yourself, you build your name, and you move to the next. And the Premier League is the way to go. The big question mark is, if you go to the UK, is going to be part of the start 11, is going to be sitting on the bench. Because in Juventus, you will play. You might not play 50 games, you will play 30, but you will play. And it's between him and David. He's supposed to be the bench. He's supposed to be sitting on the bench instead of Vlahovic. And he played all the time as Vlahovic sat on the bench. David now, between him and David, he might get the best out of it. I mean, him and David has different skill sets, so the might can play together. So there are a lot of chances that they could play together as well. If you go to Newcastle, yes, you make a lot of money, but I don't know which is the prestige you carry. Do you want to play in a championship that and for one of the top club, or you want to play for an up and coming club? I know Newcastle is a Champions League now. They're building a strong squad. You don't know. I mean, when you play for English league, I remember when I was following the Premier League. Every year, every 6 months, they buy a new player. You don't perform, you have 6 months. You don't perform, you sit on the bench, you're out. So in Manchester City, you remember they were changing. And the English mentality is the one. You give me the result now. If you don't, nobody's waiting for you. While in Italy, we have all this mentality. Okay, it's okay. Let's wait. They give you time to get ready. So I mean, for him, it depends. I mean, I'm doing that. I'm thinking in his behalf and doing money conversation in his behalf. Do I want to earn a lot of money? Yes, I go to the Premier League because they give me a better contract. Do I want to grow and establish and play, enjoy football? Maybe I stay Juventus and maybe I have more chance to play, to enjoy a play different level and win something. I don't know if they win something with us, but
I mean,
hopefully.
there's plus and minuses on both sides to be sure, but I think like Premier League has its appeal for him. And I think one of the things we've been saying in France is that Kolo Muani, when you think of his game and his playing style, is actually someone who could do very well in the Premier League because he does have the physicality, he does have the speed to really like take run at defense, go in the back of defenses, play like high tempo football. So like I'd be more concerned for him if it was if we were looking at a team in Spain, for example, where I think he might struggle a lot more with the technical elements of the game. But I think Premier League would make a lot of sense as well. But anyway, we have to see. Because, like always, it goes back to the question: where is the money? For us, we'll just follow the money.
The money are coming. I called Elkan and they said the money are there. They just sorted out small details. If we give you €2 more or €2 less.
You guys should have put it at the back of a Ferrari. Why do you use a Vespa to like drive it to Paris? It's too slow, man. Pick a faster Italian transportation. This is not possible.
We use 500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's not big enough for the money we want, man. You need a bigger boot.
Yes. Ferrari is not big enough. We need I don't know, a station wagon or something.
Yeah, Fiat Multipla,
Fiat Multipla. Oh my God, you brought me back to my youth.
I know. All right, man.
Okay, man. Thank you so much.
We'll keep a lookout. We'll keep a lookout for the money. We'll put people with binoculars to look for it. But yeah, I hope the situation gets resolved soon. Because I think for us, he's a player that, all joking aside, I think a lot of PSG fans actually have a lot of respect for and a lot of affection for him. Like I said, he doesn't really fit the mold of what we want to do in terms of playing style and the Luis Enrique of it all. But at the same time, we know he's got talent and we know he's got potential. He is a Parisian kid who's a fan of PSG, supposedly, and he's always behaved very well with us. So I really hope that we can resolve it for him and put him in the best situation for the next season.
No, absolutely. And it's been amazing for us. Never an attitude, never worked. Never outside, never said anything outside, always polite. Everyone loves him. It's been fantastic for us. So hopefully he stays. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. Pleasure. I think everyone in the comment, let us know, what do you think is the right price for Kolo Muani? Because I'm curious. I think it'd be interesting to see the comment on my channel versus the comments on yours. We might get very different numbers. So let's try to do that on both sides. And I think both channels, please subscribe to the channels. Please drop a like on the video. Please hit the bell. All of those wonderful things massively help. So go at it. Thanks, Anto, for doing this.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Always Forza Juve. Subscribe.
Forza Juve. I say something different. I say, ici c'est Paris.
Okay.
All right. See you, my friend.
Okay. Thank you.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
Bye. Ciao.